Yo, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Episode number 25. We are a quarter of the way to our first century. It hasn't time just absolutely flown by. I can't believe we're 25 episodes in already. You guys seem to still be loving it. Thank you so much for your support. There's no reason to derail the hype train right now. Smash that thumbs up on today's episode. A massive one, not just a regular one, of course. Let's get 4,000 likes on this episode. And don't forget to, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click the notification bell. Become part of one of the most exclusive squads out there, the Notification Squad. You want to be a part of it. Now, getting on into today's episode then. I did a little bit of bronze pack method. Didn't quite work out for me this time, but you know what? It means that I've got more players in the club. I just didn't profit from it in terms of my actual coin balance this time around, but I didn't have many coins to work with either. So we go into some rivals matches because I do, of course, need to make sure that I get at least rank 2. That's my aim. I definitely want rank 2. I don't think rank 1 is going to be attainable just because, once again, it is just so high this week. But, I mean, you'll know what it all finished on. By the time you're watching this, it is actually rewards day. We've got this episode, we've got another episode tomorrow, and then I will save my rewards for the first weekend league and rivals for my Saturday upload. I do want to, you know, just let the hype settle a little bit before we move on into that at the weekend. So that's how I like to do things anyway. But this first game, I get completely destroyed by like Sergio Aguero, who the silver-haired Argentine striker is kind of good this year. And once again, that does just sort of go towards the whole tiny, agile, I mean, quick, yeah, but like just the agility, balance, and dribbling, and then a good shoot, and obviously that is that's kind of key. But we do get ourselves a little goal, one goal back there with Neymar. Nice finish, but it's not really gonna. This game's just not gonna end well. Aguero was too good for me. I couldn't read which way he was gonna be going. Obviously, he's not got a 5-star weak foot or anything, so you're gonna guess that he goes to his right foot. But by the time he's done it, like, he's gone. So, yeah, what we do end up getting in this game, though, is a chip goal with Neymar. And that was the second goal we scored in this game. So, without really thinking about it, I've done one of the weekly gold challenges, which is one of the best XP rewards that I could have possibly gotten. So that was awesome. That's going to boost us up in terms of XP a little bit through the season pass, or in the season progress, should I say. But skill rating is going to come down to 1280. Yeah, this seems to be wherever I like sort of hover around the 1200 to about the 1350. And then I literally yo-yo between there. I can't seem to like progress. If anything, I am sort of going backwards a little bit. I don't know. Maybe there are still some players coming through that are good. I check out a lot of my opponents' Xbox profiles, like especially when I lose. I just check out to see what I'm coming up against, and I do that against, like I said, especially the ones I lose against. But quite a few of the opponents that I do play, I do check it out. And you wouldn't believe how many times I see like elite weekend league finishes from the previous FIFAs, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm quite at that level. I don't know how I'm matching up against these guys. I really did just get myself placed in Division 4, and I've kind of just about been able to hold on to it. We get kind of unlucky to not get a second goal off of Neymar there, but the way Rashford struck that one. I don't know if this guy like kind of stopped playing. I think this one disconnects. Yeah, it disconnects straight after that. So I'm not too sure what was going on, whether he'd already disconnected or he'd just got stressed out and he didn't want to play anymore. So be it. It's going to boost our skill rating back up again to where we were at a moment ago. And at this point, I was still on the chase for rank number 2. You will see that, of course, I managed to catch it up at some point. But this is the first time I've come up against the flashback Theo Walcott, and I was wondering if that was going to be a difficult player to come against, because obviously we've decided to not go down that route. He's kind of expensive. I don't think he's like, he's been getting, there's been a lot of toxicity on social media about that particular SBC and how it's so expensive for what it is. He is a sort of player that is bound to be pretty good on this game, maybe even very good on this game, and it's just, yeah, I think it is too expensive, because if you think about like the cost of Walcott is actually like more than if you were to just buy like Sterling, who is kind of a very similar player, and at that point in time I feel like Walcott should probably be like 30 or 40% less to do an SBC than it should be to actually buy the player like Sterling. So in my eyes, instead of 130 to 150k, I kind of feel like it should have been like 90 to 100k at the maximum for someone like Walcott. But then again, the player prices are higher this year. People are paying more for like an 83 Rashford costs you 75k. So it's a difficult one. I do think they maybe got it a little bit wrong. But I'm also fine with that, just because like we can miss out on the first flashback. It means that we're not going to be coming up against a 96 pace Walcott all that often. And in the game that I just smashed there, I got kicked from the servers afterwards. There was a server outage, wasn't there the other day, and we did get some of our like weekly objectives done, and when I logged back in the next day, I ended up getting this. What is this, a 25k pack? I think I messed it up in yesterday's episode and said that I got a 25k pack, but it was actually just like a 7.5k pack or something. And that is because I'm an idiot really. Now we get Luke Shaw from the pack. It's untradeable, so I mean, if that was tradable, I wouldn't have been too disheartened, because, you know, he probably still sells for a few thousand, but right now there's not much we can do with that. He's not exactly going to fit our team, is he? But hey, you never know when you need a Man United player that is English and fairly high rated and stuff. From one English Man United player to the next, then we're going to sell Rashford. Now that is just because I haven't been getting a whole bunch out of him the last couple games, and I still don't know whether or not I loved him or hated him. I can't tell. So we've sold him because there are other options in the Premier League that I actually would like to explore a little bit more. So we say goodbye to Rashford for now. We're also going to do this. I think this was a mistake, actually, by the way. A friend of mine told me afterwards that he was able to actually get contracts to sell. So maybe sell them rather than quick sell them. I think people might still be buying them at this stage of the game. I'm not sure. However, as you can see here, we are bidding on a Lacazette, and I think I end up getting him for like 107,000 coins, which at the time was like cheaper than the bins on the market. So he yo-yos between about 100k and about 120k. So I don't. That was a good price at the time. But yeah, like I'm not sure what's going on with some of the prices in this game. That they really do yo-yo a little bit too much. It's odd. It is all time dependent, literally on the time of day that you're doing stuff. Now, my plan is to find out whether this guy is worth 100k, because he's more than Rashford. He's slower than Rashford, but he has got like better dribbling, better shooting, 4-star skills and weak foot, whereas Rashford was 3-star weak foot, 5-star skills. He's shorter than Rashford. He's obviously nowhere near as quick. But I'm just wondering, like, maybe if he's small but agile and turns nicely and stuff, he might be the perfect partner for Neymar up front. You know, maybe we don't necessarily need the actual shooting ability, the pace ability, sorry, because we've got that in Neymar. What we need is someone super clinical up front. So that was the plan, and that's what we're hopefully going to try and find out in today's episode, by playing some more Division Rivals games with that. Now, I also saw a lot of you saying that I should be getting Alex Telles at left back, but that would knock Militao off chemistry, right? Like, forgive me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that would knock Militao off chem. I don't know if that was just a suggestion that Alex Telles is way better than Marcelo, and that playing Militao on 8 chem is not that big a deal. Yeah, let me know down below if that was the case, and I can certainly look into it. But that will be like after my rewards on Saturday. I'll maybe think about my last changes to the team before we go into the weekend league and stuff like that. So yeah, there's certainly, I've actually been getting on quite well with Marcelo. He might not be the quickest, but he's a decent outlet actually. Having someone with the ability that he's got, like on the dribbling and stuff, and the passing is pretty good. Of course, he's very skillful as well. I don't know if that's like, people might be underestimating that. That might be quite an important thing. So yeah, we'll try it out for now. We'll see what happens. But maybe there are other options as well that we can explore. And I'll definitely be happy to do that. You know how much I love changing my squad up, don't you? So this game right here was tough, man. I ended up going like 2-1 down. We get the goal with Neymar. You can see how quickly he turns defenders and stuff. He's night and day, like the best player I've used on this game so far. He genuinely is absolutely crazy, and I love him. Now, I know the servers don't necessarily always feel great, and you can't always get the most out of someone like Neymar. But even when it comes down to just using him for a little bit of pace and shooting ability and stuff, he still does an amazing job. Now it's 2-2 here. He gets through Gareth Bale. I brought the keeper out because I kind of needed to, but he slid well early. So like he went went from being stand upright to like flat in no time. I don't know why he did that so early, but obviously that meant Bale was able to just knock it over him and get the goal. So I am 3-2 down. I then get a stone wall or clear cut opportunity with my new striker Lacazette, and he bottles it and hits the post, and I'm like, no, that is going against you when I rate you at the end of this episode, because I could have got the equaliser there, and I should have got the equaliser there. But we carry on, we go into another match. I think there was a match somewhere here, which you're not going to see, because I went like 2 or 3-0 down straight away, and I just dashboarded and quit. So there's going to be one extra game on Lacazette's record where we didn't actually play it, we just rage quit because we were getting such a battering by my opponent. But yeah, like, we go into this next one, try and make stuff happen. Neymar spins it around the defender and hits that finesse shot. He's so dangerous on the edge of the box. His finesse is great. I need to learn how to do the flip-flap thing so I can just quickly get out, like quickly change direction and burst away with his speed and stuff. Eder Militao knocks it into Sissoko. Lacazette does turn the defenders there, and he does manage to score. That was quite a nice turn. I don't know if I necessarily meant to do it, or it was kind of lucky that the defenders just didn't quite get it, but we'll take it anyway. And that does actually force my opponent to rage quit. So even though we rage quit the last game, we actually get a 2-0 rage quit in this one. We were playing fairly well, and the second goal just finally came through, as you can see. So a 2-0 rage quit on that one. Going to boost our points up. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get anywhere near 2,000 points before I get to my rewards. It would have been nice to be able to get to 2,000 points, claim the weekend league, and then when we get rewards from the weekend league, have 2,000 points in a buffer. But yeah, like, so be it. We can't do that. It just gives you a little bit of freedom should there ever be a weekend where I can't play the weekend league or something. And I guess one time or another we're going to work up towards getting that. But for now, it's just going to be a little bit pointless that we're earning these rank points, because we're going to get 2,000 on Thursday. We end up going 1-0 up in this game right here. The goalkeeper basically threw it straight out to me, and after a little bit of messing around, we end up getting a goal with Ndombele, which is rare. We don't often score with him. However, we get this guy's literally taking me back to FIFA 19 with the first time shot there with Memphis Depay. Alright, and then he whips it over the top, somehow keeps it with Depay, skins me up nicely, and to be fair, that's a solid goal. Like, the way that ball goes over the top to him, that might be a little bit like, shouldn't happen. But like, the way that he brought it back, skinned me, and then scored was just fantastic. And this guy was a heavy skiller, and I genuinely struggled like mad against it. There are some people, and we played a skiller the other day, another content creator, and they're so good. Like, if people can skill against me, I can't get anywhere near it. Now, we end up losing 3-1 there. We kind of dominated in terms of shots and stuff, but my opponent was so clinical. Once again, we dropped down into the 1200s for skill rating. And be aware that the 1250 and below, or 1249 and below, is going to be the relegation zone. So I've got to be careful when I get down to those sorts of levels, because I might even be in Div 5 for next week's rewards. It wouldn't mean too much. Like, if we were to get Div 4 rewards in Rank 2 and Div 5 rewards in Rank 2, the only thing that we would be missing out on is 2 15k packs, but I don't really want to go down. Obviously, I kind of want to keep progressing and stuff, so it would be I need to be careful. I need to try and make sure I keep my skill rating above that 1250, so I'm not in a relegation zone. It's not like something that I can actually just monitor. All I can do is watch it happen, because the games that I play, some of them are very difficult, so there's not much I can do. We go into this game though. I think my opponent has Messi and like a real nice team. Sane gets a free opportunity to volley that one. I don't know where the defence was or how he got that opportunity in that space, but he puts my opponent 2-1 up, and yeah, it's very difficult to defend against Messi. His dribbling is next level. Sane's actually awesome as well with his pace, and his left foot is just clinical. It's so good. To the point where I've been thinking to myself, I wonder if there's a chance we can get Sane in at some point. But then every time I think of a player that I want to get in, he's always like a left winger. So, like, I wanted Neymar, but we already had Hazard. Well, now we would have to sell a Neymar in order to get, like, a Sané. It's just not going to work, is it? I'm not going to sell Neymar for someone else like that just yet anyway. Unless we have a horrific weekend league and Neymar does nothing, which I can't imagine is going to happen. Because even in this game where I'm really struggling, he's still scoring goals. What you're not seeing is Lacazette doing anything. He scored that one goal where he kind of got lucky on the turn. Other than that, I just can't get to grips with him. I just don't like him. I don't know what it is. I love him as a footballer in real life. I think he's great. And I want to like him on FIFA 20. And everyone else that uses him says he's great. I just can't get to grips with him. I don't know what it is, why it is, but he's just not the one for me. So that was one striker option that has failed for us. Rashford, turns out, I think was better for me than Lacazette was. So we're not actually going to be keeping hold of Laka for any more time. I'm going to offload him today just because that's what I wanted this episode to be, was like an experiment on a new striker. And that is basically how we're going to continue tomorrow. I want to figure out what player I can get that would fit my striker role. Now, I want someone small like Laka, and I want someone that can dribble really well, but I need someone with like the speed of Rashford. So I need a little bit of a combo of that. I don't know how we're going to figure that out. I've got a couple of players in mind. I might try something else out in tomorrow's episode for you, of course. But yeah, for now, Lacazette, see you later, mate. Thank you for the opportunity to see if you were any good, but for me, you weren't. For everybody else out there, he's great, apparently. So don't let me bring down the overall rating of a player like Lacazette, because he might be absolutely perfect for you. And again, it might have been also a case of, should I have given him more time? Should we have given him a weekend league? Maybe. Maybe we revisit that at some point in time. But for now, he is going to be gone. We are going to continue on our journey of trying to figure out who's going to go in our striker spot. I need a player like Neymar, but without the cost of Neymar. So we'll see what we can make happen. That's going to wrap up today's video, though, lads and lasses. If you would do me a massive favour and hit that thumbs up button, I'd really appreciate it. Like I said, if we can get a massive thumbs up achievement of 4,000 likes today, that would be outstanding. Don't forget to sub to the channel if you're new. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and all of the posts on there have been doing amazing lately. So thank you very much for that. Links are down below in the description if you want to follow me on my social media. Most importantly, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.